All right, 1 2 1 2. What's up, everybody? How y'all feel out there? I'm Frank Red, and this is another edition of the Dungeon Show. I want to thank you for giving me a little grace and waiting for me and letting me get myself together. I had a few technical difficulties, but I am ready to go to talk to you about what has transpired in the world of sports, and maybe we'll mix in some life stuff as well. A lot of things happening on the various playing fields and off, and I'm sure many of you know what I'm talking about. It's been a week, but we'll touch on it because we have not talked about the Jerron Moore Michigan scandal. In some circles, I think it was the biggest known secret among those in the know. I didn't know anything about it. I wouldn't expect anything like that to happen. When I first heard about Jerron Moore and what he is alleged to have done, I didn't believe it. I was like, is this April Fool's? Is this a joke? This is not real. Who would do that? But it kind of shows you, in some respects, how not naive, but how unaware I am about things that happen. We'll get into some of the conversations that folks are having and some of the takes. I'm thinking to myself, one of the things that I like about sports talk in any topic is I like a two-way conversation. If I'm writing an argumentative essay or whatever, I love the process of debating for my position and considering the other position, which is one of the things that really intrigues me about sports talk radio, podcasting. This is not radio, this is podcasting. What really upsets me is when people are unwilling to consider the less popular perspective. And it gets really, really deep, particularly in various cultures. I can very easily say race, but in various cultures, you're an outsider, you're ostracized if you have a unpopular opinion on a topic that everybody else is chiming in on. And I think that is the thing that really stops the momentum and stops the industry, and even I would say even personalities, for growing as big as they possibly can. I don't talk a lot about other podcasts, but one of the things that I like about the Joe Budden podcast is that they have debates within their group. They go after each other verbally. It doesn't always sound good. Sometimes it gets a little uncomfortable, but they have different perspectives. And oftentimes, most of the time, those perspectives are being argued very intelligently, and they can be opposing. What disappoints me is we don't see a lot of opposing views on topics that people really care about. It's either this side or it's that side, and I don't dig that. So, but with that said, let's talk about the San Francisco 49ers. Can we do that? They're 10-4. In spite of the controversy happening with Brandon Ayuk, this team has had a phenomenal season. And when you look at the landscape of the NFL at this point, this is one of those years that forget about who's hurt, who's on the field, just go for it. It is not inconceivable for the San Francisco 49ers to play in Levi Stadium in the final game of the year, the Super Bowl. I'm excited about it. Brock Purdy, to me, this afternoon, played one of the best football games he's ever played. And I watched him and I said to myself, this is a guy who can win a Super Bowl. I didn't always feel that way. I was like, well, what do you think of Brock Purdy? Top 10, top 12 quarterback. Watching him today, I said to myself, this guy can win a Super Bowl. Robert Saleh, top in his field as a defensive coordinator. Kyle Shanahan is dialing it up this year. Everybody is playing well at this point, and that gets me excited. A lot of injuries, unfortunately. It's just football. Patrick Mahomes has had a lot of good fortune in his nearly decade career at this point. It's gone so fast. But he tore his ACL today. It wasn't like KC had the look of a Super Bowl team. They didn't. Nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. But their season is over. They're not going to be in the playoffs. And unexpectedly, Michael Parsons, former Dallas Cowboy, everything linebacker of the Green Bay Packers. It's not definite, but it appears that he has a very serious knee injury, which caused his season to be over as well. So, a lot of different moving parts in the NFL. We have time to talk about it. We're going to do so. We're going to talk about the NBA as well. I'm not going to call the New England Patriots a farce, because they're not. They are an up-and-coming good football team. But I needed to see them against the Buffalo Bills. I needed to see Drake May go up against 17. And Josh Allen looked like a guy who is ready to play in the Super Bowl. So we'll see. Despite the ground moving and earthquakes happening on airways in Philadelphia, I never doubted Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is one of one. When you look back on his career, you're going to go, who was like Jalen Hurts? There's nobody like him. It isn't always going to be pretty. Most of the time, it's not going to be pretty with Jalen Hurts. But some of the conversations people were having about this guy, he should be benched. He sucks. I mean, are you serious? He had a phenomenal game today, leading the Philadelphia Eagles to a 31-0 victory over the Raiders. Happy for him. I also drawn a conclusion about Cam Ward. Cam Ward is not as bad as people thought he was. We got a chance to watch him up close against the 49ers, and he needs to be coached up. He's certainly not ready, but to walk around with the bust label on him already, it's a bit premature for that. I think he has some talent. His football IQ needs to improve, his mechanics, but he has some talent. He does. They need a coach. They need stability. And let's check in next year to see how he improves. All right? I think that's enough to start the show. I want to know what's on your mind. Let's go out and get it started. Great, Vicky. Sorry, say hi. How you doing, Vicky? I didn't forget. What's up? He goes, my question is, what's wrong with Jimmy? He doesn't look like the player he was last year. I can't believe they have lost the game tonight. I'm glad the 49ers won. Playoff can't come fast enough. But when you say what's wrong with Jimmy, you got to be more specific. I look at his stats. Did you see his stats at the free throw line? He's averaging 19 points a game, maybe 6 rebounds. He looks maybe not quite the same, but he looks like he's pretty good to me, Vicky. He just looks like a solid number 2, number 3 option. If I'm evaluating the Warriors, my question would be, how much has Draymond dropped? Not Jimmy, because Jimmy feeds off of Steph and Draymond. I think Jimmy is closer to being himself than Draymond is. That's just my observation. I also think that this team has not been coached as well as they have in the past. And the coaching is not on the court either. I think Steve Kerr is masterful. I thought he did a really good job tonight. But you won't know what the Warriors have until after January 15th. This Kuminga cloud is hovering over this team. And it's not fair to the players. It's not fair to the fans. The responses after the game that Kerr gives to any bold reporter who dares to dive in the Kuminga area gets a stern look, and then he gets kind of a real light, vague answer with regards to what Kerr might be feeling. The Bay Area allows for that. New York would be different. No way that the press would allow that to happen. So you have a bunch of guys out there busting their asses. The Warriors, I thought tonight, played really good basketball. But one of your most talented players is not even in the rotation. When Steve Kerr tells me how great Guy Santos is playing and how well Pat Spencer is, this is his response. You go, well, why isn't Kuminga playing? Well, Pat Spencer and Guy Santos. I'm like, really? Really? Just say, I'm not playing the guy. I'm not going to play him. I'm the coach. It's my system. I'm not going to play him. Don't tell me that you're not playing him because Guy Santos and Pat Spencer are playing well. Do you guys accept that as a fan base? What happened in New York? Now, I've thought about this, and obviously Kuminga's going to be traded. All right. The Warriors would love to have Trey Murphy III. Everybody knows this. Porzingis is another name that's being thrown about. Maybe it'll be a 3-team deal. But I'm going to say this. It would not surprise me if the New Orleans Pelicans are just going to throw their hands up and they are ready to detach themselves from the Zion Williamson business. Zion Williamson could be on the Warriors post January 15th. It would not surprise me at all. Because if I'm New Orleans, no way in hell am I giving up Trey Murphy III. Are you kidding me? No way. Zion Williamson, yeah, I can see that happening. New Orleans has some really talented young players. They beat Chicago tonight. Derek Queen, Fears, the point guard. Trey Murphy. You add a Kuminga as a trading chip down the road, or just put him out there and say, go play. So the Warriors need to nail this. They really do. And maybe they will. Maybe they have a trade already in place. But they can't just bring in a guy. They can't do that. Porzingis might make sense because he's tall. And, we can talk a lot about what's wrong with the Warriors. Well, they're too short. That's one of the reasons. Quentin Post is their starting center. And while he's played fairly well offensively at times, this guy is not a defensive player. How many times did Portland drive to the basket tonight, guarding smaller Warrior players? That's why they lost. The Warriors could not defend the paint. That's why they lost tonight. Stephen puts on a great show. 37, almost 58 years old. 48 points? Are you kidding me? Mr. Goat says, that's it. I've seen enough. The Warriors should just take the season. This team is not good enough this year. I disagree with you. They're winning a lot of, they're losing some tough games, but there's this acrimony that's there. Other teams are not dealing with that. This team has acrimony. This team has a lack of chemistry. They're trying. They go out and they put forth a pretty professional effort every night. But they're just not good enough. They need contributions from other players. Time for the Warriors to tank the rest of the regular season because this team is not good enough. Now, I'm going to say this to you because you probably feel you're coming from a good place making that statement. But if you're the owner of the Golden State Warriors and you have one of the highest payrolls in the NBA. You have one of the most rabid fan bases in the NBA. Do you want to see Chase Center empty? Tank the season? Are you out of your mind? Why do you think the Warriors are on Prime Network, Peacock, Amazon? Why? They are a draw. They're one of the most attractive teams in the entire NBA. From a fan perspective, I get it. You're just watching a game. But the best fans of any sport are really informed. They know what's going on. Not only what they see on the court. This is a business. And the Warriors have one of the best businesses in professional sports. That's why they're worth $8 or $9 billion. They're not going to take it. That's never going to happen. The great Vicky says, the draft is going to be very good, but Steph wants another ring. At this point, I would trade Jimmy, JK, and Buddy for Giannis. Yeah, Vicky, but something tells me Milwaukee's not going to answer the phone. Why would they take that package? They're not going to do that. Giannis, if he's traded, he's going to go to New York. I think he would be great in the Bay. He'd be awesome on the Warriors. But I think New York is lining themselves up. They're going to make a deal. They have the pieces. They got Karl Anthony Towns, who can slide in, one of the best centers. There's another name that I'm going to give you. It's been out there a little bit, and I've been thinking about it even before I started reading it. Miles Turner. The Warriors, throughout the years, have had some interest in Miles Turner. It would not surprise me if he's in a Warrior uniform. That would not surprise me. It wouldn't. Not surprise me, no. No playoffs for the Warriors. This team is sorry. Come on, man. Stop it. You're contrarian, dude. All right, my man Keith says, Sharon Moore betrayed his wife. Then his mistress betrayed him. I just wonder if this would have come out if he had beat Ohio State and made the college football playoffs. That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that. I'm going to say this. I think if people had some ill feelings about him as a person, it would have come out. It was only a matter of time. This is Michigan. This is literally Sharon Moore. Think of Sharon Moore as the CEO of Rivian or McDonald's or Chipotle. This dude makes $5 million a year. He was the offensive line coach or a position coach. Are you kidding me? Allegedly, his mistress is the daughter of an NFL scout. You think that person is not connected if this is true? Michigan? Brady? Come on. I'm going to give you my take on it. He fumbled the bag. Ryan Clark has taken a bunch of heat. And, Ryan Clark can kind of get on his peer. And because he's articulate, because he knows how to use language, he has a different style than a lot of other folks. And sometimes it lands well, sometimes it doesn't. But my whole thing is, did you listen to everything that he said? The thing that I honed in on, now Keith, you talked about he betrayed his wife and Ryan Clark said that, and he said some other things. But what he also said was Sharon Moore's behavior could potentially have an impact on other Black coaches who aspired to get a job at that particular level as a head coach. People were outraged by that. Some people were. But myself, I was like, I wasn't outraged by that statement simply because in some sectors of society, it is absolutely true. I don't know why people were in a stink because of that. Well, another person's actions is not going to stop me. Oh, you don't know that. I'm not saying you walk around with a mentality that says because of my color, because of what somebody else did, I can't prosper. That's not what he said. That's not what I'm saying. What he's saying is that in the eyes of some people, this person's actions that has been broadcasted all over the country could affect someone in a position of power who might be ignorant, who might have some archaic views about people. What's so unbelievable about that? That goes back to my first statement when I said, we don't like to have two-way conversations. We don't. I also said, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what? When you do something wrong, to point out somebody else's bad behavior is a bad strategy. That's not a good strategy. And we hear that all the time. Well, such and such coach did it. Why are they? It doesn't matter. It's not third grade. I didn't believe it. I honestly did not believe it. It's still shocking to me that out front, something like that could allegedly happen. But then again, I'm a square, all right? I love being a square. I do my job, I go home, you know? Particularly not been in leadership positions. I am in a leadership position. I don't care if you are the leader of the lemonade stand. You got people watching you at all times. Does it make it right? No, it doesn't. When you're in a leadership position, anytime you're in a leadership position, you need to be your best self. You really do. It doesn't mean that you're always going to land correctly, but that should be your goal. And maybe that was his goal. I don't know. I mean, I hope that he can find some type of redemption professionally in his personal life, because this is Michigan. There's never been a black head football coach in Michigan before. Never. And people think that that's not a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a really big deal. STA, how are you doing? What's up? Mr. Go says, whatever the Patriots gave away that game today, I don't know what that means. Okay. Seriously, free Curry from this. Sorry, Warriors team. You love being a contrarian. You one of those guys that just go on the internet and just kind of pull people's ear and just, I love it, man. Make a point though. Give us something to think about past the misery. What happens past the misery? You're good at detailing what's wrong. How do you fix it? I want to have that conversation. Can we have that one too? Vicky says, Frank, dead people could beat the Raiders. I covered the Raiders for over 10 years. So I'm a little emotional about it because I love Raider fans. Raider fans they might be the most diverse football fanship. Well, I don't want to get involved in hyperbole, but in the NFL, the Raiders fans are as diverse as any team in professional sports. I love that about the Raiders. Love it. You go out to the Coliseum in Oakland, I don't care who you are. If you got I was working for the media, so I didn't have like a Raider jacket or any memorabilia. But if you got some Raider stuff, or if you got some stuff of the opposing team, if somebody's having a cookout, a tailgating, you can go over there and get you a hot dog, get you a beer, you drink beer. That is the humanity that Raider fans walked around with. I loved it. I loved it. Very family atmosphere. Jason Salinas, how are you? Owner is out of cash or is satisfied with the previous checks. Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Tell me why. My response is based on the fact that there's a salary cap. So there's, in terms of shuffling the deck with players, there's only so much you can do. Now, as a profit-making entity, he's concerned. Lacob doesn't like to lose. This dude is one of the best businessmen, business persons in sports, business period. What he's done is remarkable. And he also knows basketball. I keep going back to that. Joe Lacob's silence in all of this is deafening. You think he doesn't have opinions about how the Warriors, quote, top young players mysteriously have been traded away, or, from a community's perspective, they don't fit into this basketball organization? You think he's happy about that? No. Vicky says, Jimmy looks like his back is bothering him. It might be. That wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. I just don't think that he's playing. He's not the reason why they're not winning, in my opinion. He's just not. I think the lack of chemistry, the lack of size, I think those are the biggest issues. Because you look at the Warriors are losing close games. The Warriors rarely get blown out, particularly if Stephen Curry is playing. Their offense, even tonight, they're up 109-99 with like 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. You should not lose that game. You should not lose that game. So their defense is not great. It isn't. That's the primary problem. The lack of size. And again, if you're a teammate of Jonathan Kuminga and you see somebody 6'8" with long arms, and he's nailed to the bench, and you out there trying to guard somebody 7'3", this trade can't happen fast enough. This Warriors team is sorry we lost to the Trailblazers 3 times in a row. We're not a good basketball team. I had a team. No, you're not. No, you're not a good team right now. Could you be a good team? Yeah. Now, what is a good team? A good team is probably going to win high 40s, close to 50 games. I still believe that. Particularly the way that they started the season, and then the Kuminga problem reared its head again. Once again. Haven't we seen this movie before? Haven't we seen this? DMP, no explanation. Oh, yeah. I mean, come on, man. Once they trade Kuminga, presumably they get a good player back who has talent, then you're going to see some energy emerge from this team. But if they make a mistake and they get back a slug and Kuminga goes somewhere else and he's on fire, it's going to be ugly. Another nugget to this whole Warrior deal is the fact, again, that Steve Kerr's in the last year of his contract. I think that's a factor. Key says, Wiseman and now Kuminga. Warriors blew those picks And now they have no future. And from what I see, their present is not good enough, as we should have traded Pods after his rookie year when teams wanted him. Well, those were the rumors that teams wanted him. And I mean, let's be honest, Keith. Pods had one of his best games of the year tonight. He actually played a really good game. Pods' problem is we see his limitations, we see his ceiling. He doesn't. You know, I mean, the guy was drafted 16th overall, 16th or 17th. When you get drafted 16th or 17th in most years, you know, you play 5 years and you start your little business and you're on your merry way. Maybe you become a coach. Pod said that I want to be better than Stephen Curry. That's something that you like, you know, when you're in like first or second grade and your teacher says, well, write your life goals on the paper. And you know, with 2 hands, you kind of scribble it on a piece of paper. Maybe you write a nice little heart. You take some tape and you put it on your wall. That's what you do when you're 8 and you put that on your wall. When you're someone like Pods, who has talent, who has intelligence, just go out and play. You know? I mean, I like this iteration of Pods. Just being a guy that Kirk can rely on, you know, play maybe 20, 25 minutes a game. That's about it. He's not a better player than Dante DiVincenzo. He's not. Richard Go says the Warriors' record is 13-14. That's a terrible record for the Warriors. They should be better than that. I expect them to be better as a fan, too. All right, well, give me some answers, fan. I'm okay with that, but give me some answers. What's going to happen to make this team better? And why do you think they should be better? If you're 500 after 25 games, you're really okay because you're at 0. Suppose the Warriors in the next 30 games go 20-10. They're 10 games above 500. In the regular season, if you're 10 games above 500, that would equate to a 46-36 record. The Warriors have plenty of time. They do. They have plenty of time. Their problem is internal. That's their problem. You got a stud athlete on the bench who's not playing, who's sucking the energy out of the team emotionally. To Kuminga's credit, he's sitting on the bench, he's cheering, he's not causing a problem exteriorly. We don't know, we're not at practice. And I'm sure he's been coached up by his agents and his teammates are like, dude, you make $25 million a year. Get your money. Don't let this BS bother you. Get your money. So I got to give him credit for that. I don't think this is on him. All these teams with low three-point percentage shooting have their best three-point shooting nights against the Warriors. I thought defensive coordinator Jerry Stackhouse is supposed to be this defensive guru. Okay. I don't know why Portland shoots so well against the Warriors. I don't know, but they do. I have more of a problem with Portland players driving by the Warriors to the basket. You know, I have more, you know, and I don't know why they shoot so well. They do. Now, I will tell you this. A lot of those shots that Portland are making from the perimeter are uncontested. This is not a good defensive team. The Warriors are not a good defensive team. Maybe that has something to do with Jerry Stackhouse philosophy defensively. It might have something to do with who's on the court most of the time compared to other players. I don't know. But this is not a good defensive team. The Warriors don't have one all-defensive player on their team right now. Not one. Not one. Nobody is playing at that level on the defensive end. Not Draymond, not DeAnthony Milton, nobody. They're actually lucky to be around 500. They really are. Frankie Rage, the comment I made earlier, he's just hip to be square. Yeah, man. Keep you out of trouble. Being square will keep you out of trouble. It's pathetic that the Warriors have lost the Blazers 3 times in a row. Oh my God. That's my delusional fan voice. What do you think? I said, what's up? I'm fixing the Warriors. Everyone knows the Warriors are going to be terrible after Steph. But didn't think, it would be this early? They're not terrible. They're 13 and 14. They're not terrible. This team is going to win more than half their games. They're going to win more than 45. They'll be between the 6th and the 10th seed. And suppose the Warriors can flip Kuminga for Zion Williamson. And you get a chance to see the Zion that you've never seen before. Suppose they get Podziemski in a 3-team deal where he comes in at 7'2", and all of a sudden he's shooting threes. He unlocks Jimmy. So you don't know, right? It's still too early. My problem with the Warriors is they let this Kuminga thing happen. They attribute it to it. He's also 50% responsible for it. It's just a mess. It's an absolute mess. He says, Purdy looked great. We need Bethune. Well, his replacement's playing pretty well. Okayani, Gross Matos, and Kendricks to lift our defense. We're going to win any playoff games. I get your message. And I actually think Salah thought that they had it in the bag. Today's defensive effort was probably one of the worst of the season. I would agree with you. If they had played a really good team today, they would have lost because they couldn't do anything right. They weren't tackling right. They were guessing schematically. And Tennessee made some plays. I think you're going to see a better effort from them next Sunday in Indianapolis. So hold tight. Hold tight. I agree, Vicky. Oakland Raiders and A's fans were special. Absolutely. They represented the community. They loved having that Oakland name across their jerseys. It meant something. When you watch the Raiders, I don't identify the Raiders with a location now. I don't do that. I've never done that. And I won't. When you look at the Raiders, it's pathetic. You thought benching Geno was going to help? It didn't help. It was still terrible. And now you're starting to get infighting. The defense was competitive most of the year, but now you're starting to get defenders kind of going at each other. These last 3 games, can you imagine the agony? The pure detachment that will go on in the next 3 weeks as they finish out the season. Coaches know they're fired. They're probably on the phone looking for jobs already. Players are going to get cut. It's a mess. It is a mess. It's just pathetic that the Warriors have lost to the Blazers. Oh, stop that. Give the Blazers some credit. How about that? Why do you think the Blazers are so bad? Why? Why do you think this iteration of the Blazers are so bad? I don't understand that. The Blazers have lost a lot of close games. Why? Because they're competitive. It's a Western Conference. Avia is playing like an all-star. You're giving him no credit at all. Klingon is one of the best young defensive centers in the NBA. Dude, 7'3". Put him on the Warriors. You think he wouldn't be a factor? Let's be fair. Portland, in a normal situation, would be an average shooting team. When they see the Warriors, their eyes light up, and they can't miss. But this is not a bad team. They're close. Keith says, I'm tired of seeing the Warriors constant switching defense, which always end up with their bigs against our guards in the post. We're not athletic or big enough to play in today's NBA. There's some truth to that. The Warriors probably have more non-athletic players on their roster than anybody. That's true. And guess what? If Curtin wants you on the roster, you will not be on the roster. These are the players that he wants. Why? Because Steve Kerr is an offensive-oriented coach. This is how he sees basketball. Passing and cutting and movement and all that stuff. Yeah, that's good. It's great. But you still got to play defense. But this is who Kerr wants. I think he's a hell of a coach, particularly offensively, system-wise, but in communication with his players. I'm not at practice every day, so I won't delve too deep into that. But you don't have to be a brain surgeon to realize that there has been some challenges with certain players. He says, Wemby is much-watched TV. I was happy when he beat OKC, even though they got screwed, right? Because you know and I know Caruso got fouled. I mean, first of all, he never should have got the offensive rebound because he should have been boxed out. He was not boxed out, and the crafty veteran that he is, he got inside and actually got a shot up, and he got pushed in the back to the ground. I'm going to say this, and I don't think the majority felt this way when it happened, but the NBA Cup has been a hit. Those games are exciting. That was much-watched TV on Friday night. I don't know how many of you all, or I don't know how many of you have Prime. I don't like these apps. I wish we could just turn the television on and everybody watch. But I did watch the game. I never watched their post-game shows, never. But it was exciting. And Wemby is a flat-out monster. There's no answers for that guy. I mean, it's unbelievable. What a player. How many championships is Wemby going to win? 5? If he doesn't win 5 NBA championships, I mean, he would look back on his career and say, you know what? I came up a little short. Because that guy is the real deal. There's no doubt about that. Super talent. All right. Haruku Hitak. Haruku Hitak. Hopefully I did you service. I apologize if I did not with regards to your name and your handle. Says, or if Pods put in the work to be as good as Curry, then it's a positive. I don't think he'll get there. Really? I mean, listen, man. Or woman. I think you're a guy, based on the name. The guy's a professional basketball player. I mean, he's better than me. I root for him. But when you say you want to be better than Steph Curry out loud, people look at you when you go out there and you stake the joint up at times. Just be the guy to go out there, just build a career. Wouldn't you want to be the 8th man on a really competitive NBA team for 10 years? You know how much money you're going to make? Probably win a couple of chips. Investments up the yin yang. Maybe you become a coach. Cuz says trade season opens tomorrow. I know JK can't be traded until 1/15, but are there any other trades possible, especially moving some guards for some size? I think Kerr likes the guards. I don't think the guards are going to change much. I don't. Pat Spencer's essentially on a 2-way contract. He's played like he belongs in the NBA. He should at least have a veteran's minimum contract. So he's highly underpaid. If teams want Pods to get a player that the Warriors really want, they'll trade him. They're not going to give him away because they do like him. They think he's a community guy and they like him. Buddy Hill, they would trade in a second, even though they do like him. When you look at his contract, $8 million a year, he probably doesn't give you an ample return for that number. So he would be gone. Moody would be gone too. So I don't think they have a problem trading some of their guards, but I don't think they believe that that's the issue. I think they need a front court dominant player that can be interchangeable with Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green. They don't have that right now. They don't. He says, Mahomes torn ACL. Do you think Reed retires? Oh, man. Good question. No, I don't think he retires. I don't think so. I think the best coaches, the really successful people, like to go out on top. You don't want to retire when you're on your downward spiral. You want to see the rebuild. So no, I don't think Andy Reid's going to retire. I don't. I think he's going to make some tough, hard decisions with regards to personnel. Their running back room is going to look a lot different than it does right now. Machado and all of these guys who, will eat dirt for you and run in the ground. Now, I mean, those guys are marginal NFL players at this point. They had a good run. 3-4 years in the NFL. The other guy, I can't think of his name right now, the other running back, he's played more than that. He's been in the league 6 or 7 years. They got to redo their running back room. If Kelsey stomped his feet and said, I want to come back for one more year, I think they would let him. But if he says, hey, coach, I think it's time for me to go, they might say, you know what, we were thinking the same thing. So they need some changes. They need to make some changes, and they are. Another reason why I don't think Andy Reid retires is the presumptive successor is Nagy. We've seen Nagy in Chicago. Do you think the KC fans are excited, to have Nagy as their head coach? I don't think so. I mean, we've also seen the defensive coordinator who was a head coach before. think he comes back. Vicky is showing me some grace. She says, congratulations to your Knicks for winning the cup. Do you have a crystal ball, Vicky? Because they play the San Antonio Spurs on Tuesday night for the championship. So if you already have the answer, maybe I need to go online and put some money down or something. What do you think will coach Michigan? Gruden? I think a lot of people, football people, would love for John Gruden to coach Michigan. If they can get past the obvious, then who knows? I mean, but you're going to hold yourself in high regard as an institution and literally undress Sharon Moore for his alleged bad behavior, and then you're going to hire Gruden? Really? Now, the money people will really determine who the next coach is. Their athletic director, this is just me, I don't know this, I think he's toast. You notice the last couple of days, I think he's a Michigan man too, though. The last couple of days, they hired an independent law firm in Chicago to, kind of turn the athletic department on its head. That's usually a precursor to people getting fired within the organization. So because if you're really close to people, you say, well, it was outside. These are the recommendations that they made. We just follow the recommendations. So I think they can really turn that thing upside down. Why? Because money is not the option. This is a university that routinely has over 100,000 people at their football games. They got more money than they can ever count. So eyeballs are on that program. They didn't have to hire Sharon Moore. They didn't have to hire him. Was it logical in some respects? Yes, but they did not have to hire him. This guy went from probably making, I don't know what these coaches make, 300 grand, 400 grand, $500,000 a year to $5 million. There's something to actually knowing how to handle that kind of money. And knowing that you're going to have to deal with some things that you don't normally have to deal with. And as Vicky and I have been talking throughout the week, texting each other back and forth, your character needs to be number one. Forget about your skill, forget about popularity. What is your character like? Character, and I'm not like, listen, because we're all fallible, we all have to acknowledge that there could be a situation where we're not our best self. That's just, I need to say that. With that said, experience and life teaches you how to be prepared for situations like that. Allegedly. So I'm disappointed that it was so loud. If this young man allegedly was seriously talking about suicide, I just want him, Sharon Moore, to kind of get himself together and really zero in on things that matter. I'm rooting for him. I don't know. I can't imagine him being a head coach again. I can't, not at a major level. I can't. I actually know coaches that have had very public downfalls on television. at the Division I level. I know them real close that have been able to go on to high school and lead high school programs to prominence and to really be in a position where they can educate young people about some of the missteps that they made. I could definitely see that for Sharon Moore. I think he has some allies and some relationships and has some friends, but getting another high-profile job like that, I can't see it. I'd be shocked. I'm going to get Vicky in here. She says, I think the AD at Michigan is gone too. Yeah, I think he is too. I think they want to clean house. I agree. Nobody knew Fernando Mendoza a year ago. And now, thanks to the transfer portal, he's a Heisman winner and the first overall pick. I assume it's good to be him. He made the right choice, leaving Cal. He definitely made the right choice leaving Cal, and I'm happy that you brought his name up because I called him something else last week, and that bothered me the entire week. I got Mendoza right, but I think I said something else. But his name is Fernando, and what an awesome accomplishment to be among that lineage of all-time great college players in the history of college football. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's deserving. I didn't think there was a number 2. I thought he was going to win. And literally, if he never plays it down in the NFL, which he will, you can have a real nice life as a Heisman Trophy winner. You can eat well for the rest of your life as long as you don't get in trouble, which I'm sure he won't. What an honor. Celebrity golf tournaments, car commercials, they fly you to New York every year. I mean, do you think some corporation doesn't want to have, oh, here's a new sales rep. He's also the Heisman Trophy winner. You think that doesn't sound good? Dude is set. With regards to being an NFL quarterback, you tell me how good he is. I don't know how good he is. I know he's a great college player, but I haven't seen him get the snot knocked out of him. I haven't seen that. I need to see that. Being the first overall pick scares me. I don't think he's going to be the first overall pick. I don't think so. I think when it gets really close, somebody would trade down, or they'll take, an offensive lineman or something, some really talented corner. But I don't think they're going to draft him number 1. Too many question marks. I don't believe it. Thatcher has a comment about Michael Jordan. He says, Michael Jordan himself, in his prime, couldn't save the Warriors team. Is he going to have Scottie Pippen and Horace Grant with him? I know you're joking, but I actually had the opportunity to experience Michael Jordan up close and personal. And there's only one Michael Jordan, dude. Michael Jordan also was one of those guys. I mean, I think Steph matches Jordan's intensity, I believe, but it's totally different. Jordan would get up close and personal with you, verbally. So that dude did not want to lose. He did not want to lose. Think of how many guys in the Warriors just step out of bounds. If you played with Michael Jordan, you have some expectations. So don't put anything past Mike. That's my point. 6 championships. Michael's a dog. Mr. GOAT, seriously, this is the biggest disappointment. The Golden State Warriors being this bad and their record being 13-14. What is a happy day for you then? Can you give me, take me inside your world? What is a happy day in the life of Mr. GOAT? I gotta pick you up, man. It's one freaking game. You know, give me a day in the life. What do you do for fun? Steph Curry is a Lamborghini parked in a trailer park. Ah, man, that's funny. I give you that. So you're a comedian. That's it. All right, I got it. A couple of things that I wanted to touch on that really bothers me. Now, this is tasty. Vicky says, I keep hearing that Klay Thompson is going to get traded. Who do you think, or where do you think he will go? I don't think he's going to get traded during the season. I don't. I think he's going to get, I think possibly in the off season, but I don't think he's going to get traded during the season. It doesn't make sense for Klay Thompson to go to anywhere but to a contender. I think out of respect that they have for him, they wouldn't send him to a vagabond, low-level franchise. I don't think they would do that. So if you notice, Dallas is playing well right now. Dallas is winning games. I love J. Kidd. You know, play against J. Kidd a lot, but the idea that he thought Cooper Flag could play point guard is bananas. Bananas. Literally, you could point to that as being part of the reason why Nico Harrison got fired. That's not the only reason. The majority of the reason why he got fired is because the fans wanted some red meat. And I looked at his contract status before I came on air tonight. Nico has 2 more years left on his deal. According to the internet, from anywhere from $3 to $5 million a year. And as soon as he got fired, he put out a tweet that said, like new sports dad or something like that. I don't remember what the quote was, but it didn't seem like he was bothered at all. But think about that. Think about putting Cooper Flag where he is right now as a wing. Somebody who's not concerned about shooting three-pointers. One of the comparisons that I made, one of the comps that I made, even before the season starts. Now, a lot of you all won't know who this guy is, and some of you will. But I mentioned John Havlicek, right? Go to YouTube and look up John Havlicek. A brilliant Boston Celtic player, Hall of Famer, won NCAA championships at Ohio State, and was a killer in the mid-range. Don't worry about a three-point shot. They didn't even have three-point shots when he played. But his mid-range game was crazy. Like Cooper Flag. Cooper Flag, the way that he shoots, will never be a high-level three-point shooter. And so here's a scary proposition. If he wants to become a better three-point shooter, he has to change his shot. Do you really want to change his shot when 15, 17 feet in, pretty much money? I think if you look at two-point shots, Cooper Flag is probably shooting around 53, 54%. So that's what they're dealing with. Just so he can become a good three-point shooter, you want to really change that? If that happens, it's going to happen in the summer. Right now, just let the guy go cook. He's 18 years old. Averaging 17, 18 points a game, making dynamic plays, playing defense, rebounding, blocking shots. I can't wait till Kyrie Irving comes back to see what you have. Now, will they win a championship? No, they're not. Lowry's done for the year. Gafford might get traded. But when you got a threesome of Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and Cooper Flag, oh, that's going to be fun to watch. Key says, I think the Texans are peaking at the right time. I would love to see D'Amico in the bowl and win it. The Niners are in. Yeah. Now he's an awesome guy. Awesome head coach. Has one of the best smiles in professional sports. I'm a big fan of D'Amico Ryan because, again, he's not uptight. He's not uptight. Have you ever seen a player who was disgruntled with D'Amico Ryan? That's what I'm talking about. These are young kids looking for mentors, looking for people who they can trust. Are you going to see the Neil Diamond movie? Yes, I am. Because I was thinking about this today, Vicky. I mean, I love strong women. Kate Hudson is one of my favorite actresses. And I just love her independence. And I love the fact that she's unapologetic about where that comes from. It comes from her mother and her father. And she's been a star her whole life. And she brings that confidence, that bravado to the roles that she plays. And yeah, I want to hear her sing, because she can sing. I'm going to check it out. How about you? And I like Neil Diamond as well. Did you know Neil Diamond, I believe, it might have been Bacharach, I'm not quite sure. I think Neil Diamond went to high school with Carole King. I have a lot of knowledge up here. I don't know why I have all of it, but I think he did. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that movie. I saw a movie last night that was not very good. I might as well get into that as well. Yes. My friend who I went to the movies with, she hated it, and she made the whole experience not great for me, because as a screenwriter myself, and someone who's like literally looking at the film, and I can appreciate what directors and writers are trying to do. Somebody just goes to a movie and goes, "Oh no, I didn't like that movie." Take a step back and look at everything involved in trying to get somewhere, trying to tell a story. I felt like I was by myself. I saw the movie Ella McKay last night, starring Emma Mackey, Jamie Lee Curtis, Albert L. Brooks, Woody Harrelson, and Ayo Ibibari. She's on the cooking show on Hulu. You know what I'm talking about. The movie never got there. It just never got there. Albert Brooks made it, and it must have been like a passion project of his, because I can't believe that the movie got made for a theater release. I actually gave my friend the choice. I said, "Listen, we can go see this movie, or we can see One Battle After Another again," because the two best movies of the year, although I haven't seen the chess movie yet, I'm certainly going to see that. A lot of people have seen that. It's going to be nominated. But I think the two best movies of the year are Sinners and One Battle After Another. I've already conditioned myself to either one of those movies winning. I think Michael B. Jordan and Leonardo DiCaprio are going to win Best Picture. Those two movies are absolute classics. Ella McKay is not a classic. If you got some time to kill and you're dead set on watching it, then that's fine. But it's probably going to be not on video. We don't have video anymore, but it's going to be online, some type of movie app in a very short period of time. Jamie Lee Curtis was pretty good. I like Jamie Lee Curtis, but no one was great in this movie. The story is incomplete. It was for a tiny group of folks. It was basically, I'll tell you what the movie is about. The movie was about how seemingly successful people internally are dealing with dysfunction. That's what it's about. And the aha moment is you rarely get inside of these families and these people's lives that have all the trimmings of success, but it's rampant dysfunction. I'm talking like simple things, like, telling someone that you love them, marrying the right person. That's what LMK is about. It's about dysfunction overall and trying to put things together and find a way to do something good in the world. It's not a good movie. Frantic Rage says, Frank, since you love watching movies, what are your thoughts on the tragic death of the great director Rob Reiner? I did not know. When? That happened today? Oh man. All in the Family, right? Rob Reiner. If that's the person who I think you're talking about, I think disappointing because he stood for humanity. He was for all people. He's done a lot of great work in his life, not associated with making films. And that's a loss, a big loss. So I was a big fan of his. I really admired as a young person how he stood for humanity. So thank you for informing me. I'm gonna do some research when I get off air. I actually did not know that. TG, I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for stepping in the dungeon. I appreciate you. Big Frank Red, yes. I always tell people, whoa. Yes, allegedly by his son. Whoa. Man. I don't have words to even respond to that. That's just tough world, man, we live in right now. It really is. I mean, literally 10,000 miles away in Australia. You guys are familiar with what took place at an outing. 11 people were killed. I'm sick to my stomach. Wife too? What? Wow. I feel like I'm just like totally out of touch. That's just terrible news, man. That's terrible news. I know it was a choke, y'all, but I wasn't happy with the way Todd Bowles was being questioned after the game. He's a winner. His players are the ones who messed up. Dumbass reporters. It's interesting because I didn't really hear the questions in reference to Todd Bowles. I just heard, his one-way answers where he was, throwing out cuss words and things of that nature. And he never does that. So what I got from that was this guy's really mad. He's upset. And he had a right to be upset because people were not doing their jobs. I don't know the context by which he was asked questions because they didn't really play it like that on the clips. I didn't see the full press conference in real time or the back and forth. I just heard the comments from Todd Bowles. But It's uncharacteristic, but I didn't think any less than Todd Bowles. I really didn't. This is serious business. We're trying to win. I've been thrown by a loop. I've been thrown for a loop, Frantic Rage, by your news about Rob Reiner. It's really upsetting to me. Yeah. I got one more comment about Shedeur Sanders, because when Shedeur plays well, I want everybody to know about it. Now, he didn't have a good game today. That's okay. That's fine. Inclement weather, a defense that was geeked up, ready to stop him. But here's a problem that I have with this coach, Kevin Stefanski. Cleveland is going nowhere. They're down 7-0. I believe the first quarter or second quarter. Shedeur makes a great play and runs, presumably for a first down. They mark him short at the 39-yard line, his own 39. His coach punts the ball. Why? Why? Why are you punting? You're down 7-0. You need about 6 inches, and you're going to punt the ball? Why? Because you're going to go to the playoffs? You're not going to the playoffs. What do you think Shedeur was thinking at that particular point? This dude does not want me to win. They get the first down, theoretically, and it changes the entire complexion of the game. That was horrific. What are your thoughts on the Cal basketball team? Doing well so far. Can they keep it up? I'm a believer in Mark Matson. Mark Matson and I played against each other quite a bit. I played against Mark a lot. Tough guy. Very physical. All you need to know about Mark Matson is what Shaq said. And Shaq basically said, this dude is one of the great human beings on the planet. So if you are a young player and you can't believe in that, I don't know if there's any hope for you. So I make that statement to make this point. I think his players are going to give everything that they have for him. The only challenge that Cal basketball has is a limitation of talent, right? That's it. I believe in Mark Matson. I'm not quite sure that I believe in their talent thus far. With that said, Scottie Pippen's kid looks really good. He sat on the bench in Michigan last year for the whole year. I don't know why. The kid can play. And they got some good, hard-working players. So if teams travel 3,000 miles to come out to Cal from the ACC and they don't strap it up, they can lose. So, and then what is Cal? 8-1, 9-1 right now? Doing a hell of a job. So I'm going to say yeah. Why not? Mark's doing a hell of a job. The coach from Cleveland is gone. He got fired today, Vicky. Kevin Stefanski. Are you serious? He got fired today? I didn't hear that before I came on here. Frantic Rage, Cal's 10-1. Wow. That's impressive. That's really impressive. With 68 teams that make it to the tournament. Okay, Vicky, I get it. You're saying that Kevin Stefanski is gone. His ultimate demise will be as a fired coach of Cleveland. I get it. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't know how they can bring him back. He's won Coach of the Year multiple times, but his performance this year is not going to look good. I don't think he's done well by Shedeur. I don't at all. And I even go back to today. I don't know if they could beat Chicago, but you're 4th and 6 inches from the 39-yard line, and you punt the ball when you're down 7-0, when you know that it's going to be difficult for you to score points in frigid, inclement weather. Make that make sense. He says reporters were not professional at all, in my opinion. Kept asking him why he didn't blitz on 3rd and 28 or 4th and 15. Okay, it was BS Bowles is a champion. Those reporters are clueless. I feel you on that. I wish I would have thought it. Yeah, stop disrespecting that guy. Atkinson will not be fired. He did a great job last year. I don't know about that, TJ. I don't know about that. I mean, particularly in the NBA, your record is really not about, I mean, you can't necessarily connect your record to your stability, because it's not hard to evaluate NBA players and team success. So they're not looking at his record. They're looking at, is he getting the most out of the team? And that's what you have to ask yourself about Atkinson. They won a bunch of games last year. I knew their record wouldn't be as good as this year. But you have to ask yourself, is he getting the most out of the team? Remember, they fired Bickerstaff for him. And Bickerstaff, all he's done is go to Detroit and change the trajectory of their future and their present. Why? Because he's getting the most out of the team. So Atkinson, if he doesn't make it, some might say to the Eastern Conference Finals, I think that would be unfair. But if he doesn't make it out of the first round, oh, he's done. He's gone. He's gone. So. All right, y'all. I can't do no more. I think that's about it. Vicky says, Mike Brown is so grateful to Sacramento for firing him. Yes, he is. He's in the Mecca right now. You kidding me? Really happy. All right, I'm going to do my thing and get out of here. Success in getting paid is a manifestation of the whole process. If you as an individual don't do things, help other people make their lives better, as far as I'm concerned, you haven't done nothing. My name is Frank Red. Thank you for joining me in conversation. Can't wait to do it again. Everybody have a fantastic week. And hold on, I gotta get Tuna Bomb. NBA coaching died 30 years ago. Anyone post up? I would like to see a little more. Thank you, Keys. Keys says, smash the blinking subscribe. Yeah, I'm not a great marketer of the show. I need y'all to help me. Do it for me. Hit the like button. Helps the algorithm, and subscribe to the show if you're not already a subscriber. I'm Frank Red. Hit me up at Big Frank Red on X as well. Have a phenomenal week. Go out and do something festive. Help somebody. All right. Good night, everybody.